And I have the Kindle version of your book. And like I said, I highly recommend this book. It is, and I've been, since I've been in Christ, past 12 years, I've read a lot of Christian books, but this book is, relationship wise, it is what you need. So you can get the understanding of, how do I choose the right person? How do I, overcome heartache, as we talked about? How do I get in the will of God? Get that book, order it, and read it, and be sure to, she definitely is anointed to serve God in this capacity. And we thank you.
Hello, I wanted to come on and tell you about my amazing coach, Miss Tanisha Shanee, aka Miss Inspiration. She has been my coach for the past 2 months, and she has pushed me way outside my comfort zone. She has me doing things that I have not done before, being coached by her. Things that I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this. But she's like, you can do this. She encourages me, she inspires me, she motivates me, and she is just amazing.
Good morning, everyone. Everyone, good morning. It is your girl, Tanisha Shanee, and today is Side Hustle Saturday. So this is actually an exclusive feature just for my Inspirational Trailblazers, but I'm bringing it today to Instagram. So I'm over here live on Instagram. Hello, Instagram. And I'm also live on Facebook, my page for Facebook, Kill Thy Body, my regular page, and also YouTube. So this would be streamed in multiple places. But I cannot guarantee anyone that this will remain on all of the platforms, because again, this is a feature that is for my exclusive group. So for those of you, sorry, and I'm up here trying to multitask. So for those of you that do not know, I do have Inspirational Trailblazers. It is an exclusive inspirational live group coaching where I provide the opportunity for you to start to devise a new lifestyle, a lifestyle that's going to bring you abundance, that's going to bring you peace, that's going to bring you happiness. Okay, it's going to give you a lifestyle of healthiness. So definitely want to encourage you, if you have not, if you want access to this, plus any other resources that I'm giving. And for anyone that joins just this weekend, I will be sending you a copy of one of my journals. So this is one of my healing journals that I actually created. And anyone that joins Inspirational Trailblazers this week, you will actually get access to a free journal. I will have it shipped directly to your home. Okay. So today's conversation, I want to talk to you about how I have been able to make extra money. I'm sharing with everyone 3 ways. And these are legal, right? So these are legal ways that I want you to start understanding how you can start making extra money. The first thing that I really want, and I know you're probably going to dislike the fact that I'm going to have things over my face, but the one thing I want you to get into the habit of thinking about is, I am a problem solver. If you believe that, I want you to type that. I am a problem solver. I am a problem solver. I am a problem solver. When you start to believe that, you are going to actually start to allow yourself to see different ways that you can actually start to experience life differently. So once you see that and believe that you are a problem solver, you will be able to start thinking about finances. You'll start thinking about money in a different light. So you want to be able to say that. So I want you to write that again. Write that down if you're taking notes. I hope you're taking notes. Okay. You are a problem solver. So because you are a problem solver, that means there's an ability for you to make more money. Now, many of us are salary employees. So if you are a salary employee, 9 times out of 10, you do not have the ability to make overtime. So people that work hourly, if a company needs them to work an extra hour, they have to pay them for that. But unfortunately, for a lot of us that are salary, we don't have that. And for most of my career, I have been salary. And then there have been other times, I've been a consultant. I have been able to do contract work. I was an hourly employee at my first job with JP Morgan Chase as an IT consultant, and then I transitioned to IT site manager. That was hourly. I can honestly say that was like kind of beautiful because you got paid for every hour. Downfall was I was working like 60, 70 hours. So yeah, my checks was bomb, but my body was like, girl, bye. Okay. So when I started to realize, like, yo, I need more money. And sometimes getting a second job is not always going to be the feasible or the quick answer. So, yes, you can go out there and get a second job. Absolutely. The only downfall that I have with people getting the second job, and it just started to really make sense to me, was now you have another layer of person that you have to get on organization to get permission from. When you have a side hustle, you make your schedule, right? You determine when you are available. And as long as your customers and your clients, the people that you are serving, understand that, then this side hustle would definitely work. So these are the 3 side hustles that I have been using for several years, some of them for multiple years. I will be showing you some of the more recent transactions so that you can see. Some I do not disclose how much I have made, only because I am actively, maybe like coaching, and I don't want people in my business like, oh, much business. So this is a learning this is a learning moment, okay? Because I don't want you to walk around here anymore not having enough. So if you are ready, then I am ready. Okay. So the first thing that I want to share with you is that you can also go out there and you can be a software consultant. Now, when COVID happened, I tapped into this a lot more, but this is something I have always done. Okay. Now, when COVID happened, my thinking was, again, thinking about being a problem solver. The first thing that came to my mind was, these are people that do not these are people that do not have someone that is going to help them to transition online, right? Last year was crazy. Everyone was doing it quick, fast. So as a software consultant, one of the softwares that I work closely with are LMS platforms, right? Learning management systems. And so I said, I guarantee you there are going to be some professors out there who are going to be willing to pay for that assistance. So I just label it as a software consultant, but what I basically did was I made myself available to those professors that are willing to invest in assistance, right? I'm willing to help them as long as they're willing to invest in assistance. So I went online, I went to Craigslist, all right? So just write this down. When you do something on Craigslist, they're gonna charge you $5 for you to post that ad. Okay. So I posted an ad that I can help professors. And I'm right now on this screenshot, I'm showing you from the months of March 2020 through August 2020. Okay. And I have people purchasing LMS training packages, right? So there was a package that I provided where I gave them 5 hours of support, and the price that I charged them was $285, right? I had someone, and I actually still have a client who constantly, and I mean, it's a great thing because, again, some people, they want to be able to, meet with their person on a Saturday. Most companies, most schools do not have support on Saturdays, or Sundays. So she will reach out to me. She'll schedule her appointment, and bada bang, bada boom, Tanisha has made. I will say to you, the great part about this is that you're able to set your own price. Now, you have to start getting into this mindset of, how much am I worth? And I know that's difficult for a lot of us because we're so accustomed to someone else telling us. So now when you start thinking about this side hustle and you start thinking about, hey, but what can I teach? What can I help someone with? Right? I'm good with LMS, Microsoft, Google, QuickBooks, right? Those are things that I have been teaching for years, things that I have been helping other people with, and I was able to do that. You're going to be different, right? Everyone's going to have a different situation and different expertise. So you have to start figuring out what it is and this is great for tutoring, so if you're great at writing, right? If you are great at reading and you have strategies on reading, you can help other children, you can help other students, and you'll be able to make money. Now, I will say, just because the minimum wage is $15 an hour doesn't mean you need to charge yourself or you need to charge your clients $15 an hour. But also in the same token, just starting out, maybe charging $200 an hour. I'm not saying that would be wrong, because honestly, it's not wrong. If someone is willing to pay you $200 for you to sit with them one-on-one, then guess what? I need you to get the bag, right? Get that money. So when I do this, And like I said, I post at least one new ad a month, right? So at least $5 a month that I post, and I will always get new clients. Okay, so this is an easy way, and I do a lot of this on the weekends, because my clients knows that I work and I have other things. So this is a nice way. And again, this is just showing you a screenshot. The minimum that I charge per hour for consistent clients is $45 an hour. The most that a client has ever paid per hour for this type of support was $75 an hour. Okay. And that was more than 1 hour. So I just show that to show you like you can make more. Okay. You can. Don't limit yourself. Don't think that you can't. Think about what can you teach and start to work towards that. Okay, think about what can I teach, what can I offer, and what service, and start from there. Once we get into that mindset, it is going to make life so much easier, because then people are going to actually start to understand like, oh, you have a level of expertise. So that is one way that I have been able to make extra money. And I have actually been doing this for quite some time. 2020 was just a little bit more of a banger because 2020 was a very unique year. Okay, so that is one way. The second way that I like to share, and I like to actually start off with a story. So if you ever, so you see here, this saying here, remain proactive. Remain proactive about your finances. Proactive, right? So God wants us, and again, if anyone who does not know, I'm like, what's that? I am a Christ ambassador. And so everything to me is biblical. So God wants us to be the lender, not the borrower. So he also wants us to be proactive, not reactive about our finances. So in 2019, I never thought about doing Ubereats until 2019 when I was supposed to go away. All right. I had the week off from work. I was supposed to go away to speak at a women's conference down in Charlotte. And like, I don't know what happened to this day. It's still a mystery to me because I still like Charlotte had no bad weather. New York had no bad weather. In between, nowhere on the calendar, on the map, did we see any bad weather? But every flight going to Charlotte was canceled. So I felt like that was just God saying, I need you to stay your butt home for a reason. And so I had to stay my butt home. So I signed up. It was really quick, really easy to get signed up on Ubereats, right? Really fast. I probably was approved in less than 12 hours. And so when I did go, I think I did it the first time I did like a Thursday night. I did like one trip. It wasn't nothing crazy. And then just to see, can I do this? And it was all right. I said, you know what? I'll give it a solid try. And because my flight kept getting delayed and then ultimately was canceled, instead of me sitting and being angry about not being able to go to Charlotte, I said, you know what? Let me sit here and make some money. Right? I didn't need it. I didn't need the money. And that's what a lot of us end up. We do things when we need it. Instead of us doing things because it just makes sense. Like, let me get ahead of this. If you can make an extra $50 and put that into your savings, you never know when you're going to need $50. So many times we're not thinking about side hustles until it's time that we actually have that we need it. And then instead of you going out here finding that money on your own, what are you doing? You're becoming the borrower. Now you're calling everyone and you're asking them for money. So I'm telling you, this is why I'm sharing these things, because I don't want us to stay in this mindset of staying stuck, right? Of not being proactive. So I did Ubereats Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I woke up Sunday morning. And I flushed my toilet. I have one of those industrial toilets in my apartment. I flushed the toilet, and this toilet was not stopping. It was just like, and it just kept going. And I was like panicking. I literally called the super, and I was like, hey, can you come upstairs? Now, yes, I live in an apartment building, but I am a co-op owner. So I'm a shareholder. So I technically have to pay for anything that's in this apartment. Okay. So this is really a plug for any of my homeowners. If you're a homeowner and you're only dependent on one stream of income, then you are actually setting yourself up for failure. Okay. When we are homeowners, we should not be waiting. We should be really trying to find some way to make extra money so that we do have any form of emergencies. We do not have to stress out. That's the reason why most people are so unhealthy, because you're constantly stressing about money. Okay. So I did not stress. The only stress that I had was, Lord, please do not let this toilet overflow. That was my only prayer. Do not let this toilet overflow, because that's going to be another financial problem. So the super comes, he brings the piece, he fixes it, bada bang, bada boom. So he's like, all right, so it's going to cost you $200. When I say this piece was about this big, and he said, I know you're probably thinking that I'm trying to bamboozle you. He said, you don't have to give it to me right now. He said, I want you to call 2 plumbers. That's why I love my super. He said, I want you to call 2 plumbers to find out how much this piece would have cost for them to replace it. And when I spoke to the plumbers, they were saying $275, $300, especially because it was on a Saturday. It was on a Sunday morning. So I was like, dang, all right, cool. And that was my attitude. The reason why that was my attitude was because for that weekend, this is actually for the weekend that I worked on Ubereats. So for my Facebook people, I'm sorry, my face is covered. But for that weekend alone, I think I had made over $300. It was definitely over $300. You see that one Friday, I made $122. And I think I only worked like 6 hours for that particular Friday. Okay. So when people tell you, oh, you're not making money, you're only getting tips, no, you do. You actually can make more money in Ubereats and Doordash. I will say Doordash probably has a better system. The only reason why I prefer Ubereats over Doordash is because in Ubereats, I can work whenever I want to. Doordash, if there are no available slots, if they have too many delivery people, then they're not going to allow you to dash. So either you have to drive to another location and a part of your city to see if you can now go active there. But other than that, that's why I prefer Ubereats, because if I need to right now, if I need to finish right now, DoorDash will penalize you in some capacity. So I will say, if you're not a fan of like having another schedule and being told, like, so I kind of feel like DoorDash is like a job, because they're like, no, you have to dash now. Get out of here. This is a side hustle. I want to do this when I want to do this, right? So I want y'all to think about that. So food delivery, to me, I think is definitely something. And all right, so for those of you that are just joining, again, I have my Inspirational Trailblazers live group. This group will allow you to work with me, and we're going to go over different topics. Now, you can go over to patreon.com. I will be going deeper into this topic, especially how, for those of you that do decide to do DoorDash or Ubereats, how you can actually start to get your money back. And what I mean by how can you get your money back, how you can actually start to claim these things off of your taxes. So things like if you're driving your car for DoorDash or Ubereats. And I know for those of you that have a lease, this doesn't apply to you. But those of you that own your vehicle, you're going to have to make sure that, stay in. And if you have a lease, work that out with your peoples. I know they have rules and regulations and stipulations, but if you own your vehicle, definitely talking to you. But when I say having, go get your car washed, you're able to write that off. You get you a cup of coffee, you're able to write that off, as long as you keep your receipts. I will be going deep dive into that with my coaching group. So that is something that you're like, I need more insight on. Definitely, I will encourage you to join me over for Inspirational Trailblazers with the live coaching group, because we're going to definitely dive into that. I don't want anyone to leave any money unturned, right? Don't leave any money on the table. The IRS gets enough of our dollars every day. But when you have these side hustles and you can prove to the IRS that you are doing more than just a hobby, then the IRS is going to be more likely to write and say, okay, we accept your tax write-offs. But when you do Ubereats, DoorDash, you actually get a 1099 every year. So as long as you make over a certain amount of money, they will automatically send you a 1099. That makes it 10 times easier for your tax preparer to know what type of deductions to get for you, okay? This is why you need to start. But you don't know which ones, so that's why you got to meet me over there at Inspirational Trailblazers so we can get that, okay? Now, the third way that I have been making money is through coaching, okay? Now, I will not disclose how much I make in coaching right now, because, everything is not always meant. But right now, I do have 2 clients, and this is actually showing you for the last 3 months. I have 2 clients that I'm working with one-on-one in my coaching program. Now, one-on-one coaching, again, you're working on your own time. My clients, I make everything fully automatic. When they sign up, they're signing up. They know that they're signing up for a monthly subscription. Okay, so they're subscribing every month. They also know that Here is the link for them to schedule their appointments with me. I have to just make sure that I update, or my assistant updates, so that they will see which days and times I have available for them to meet with me one-on-one for 45 minutes twice a month. Okay. So this is actually a great way. Many of you you're already coaching people. You're already helping them. So why not get paid for it? Okay. If this is something that you're passionate about, helping other people, this is something that we really got to start taking really serious. Think about, what is it that I can actually help that someone needs, right? Some of you can be book coaches, right? You could be a writing coach. There are so many coaches out here. Just look on Facebook. Everyone is a coach. So find what you are passionate about. Find what you are passionate about and move on from there. When you do this, this is going to help you to make extra money. So everything that I have shown you today has been like full insight, because I want you to get into this habit of not just being proactive, right? But to really start to think about, how can I really make more money? Like, I don't want to keep being in a space that I always have to borrow, right? We are such borrowers, and we're supposed to be the lenders. And if you believe that, then this is where I challenge you. You can go into TanishaShanee.com/hello, or you can go straight to patreon.com/Tanisha Shanee, and you can join me for Inspirational Trailblazers. This is a topic that I'm truly, truly passionate about. And when I say I'm going to show my Trailblazers how I made this journal, and how I'm selling directly on Amazon. I don't have to keep inventory. My books, okay? My books is another form of income that is coming directly into my account. So there are multiple ways. But again, I know it's challenging, because you're not around people that are thinking like that all the time. Some people have such a limited mindset that when we start talking about topics like this, they just can't see how this works, right? They're looking at what their jobs is giving them, and they're like, this is the tell all be all. Unfortunately, pumpkin pies, that is not the reality, okay? And I don't want us to think that is the reality. So, like I said, I'm excited. I am truly, truly excited. And I just thank you for spending some time with me. And like I said, I will be going deeper into this topic, especially with the tax deductions, things of that nature. So for those of you that are watching on Facebook, I have a quick message for you. Everyone else, you could just listen real quick.
Hello. I wanted to come on and tell you about my amazing coach, Miss Tanisha Shanee, aka Miss Inspiration. She has been my coach for the past 2 months, and she has pushed me way outside my comfort zone. She has me doing things that I have not done before, being coached by her. Things that I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this. But she's like, you can do this. She encourages me. She inspires me. She motivates me. And she is just amazing.
All right. So that's one of my one-on-one coaching clients. So that is something, like I said, if you're interested in, then I need you to go to TanishaShanee.com/hello, and you'll be able to sign up for the monthly one-on-one coaching. So there is a whole link for just that. It's limited spacing. Okay. So again, that's the other thing about coaching. Try not to overdo yourself trying to have so many one-on-one coaching clients. I know that I'm an empath, and those are some things that I do think, those are certain things that I do think about when it comes to my business, right? Especially with coaching. I don't want to keep my clients feeling like, I'm just trying to rush them off because I have another one afterwards. Like, I feel like that's what therapists do. And a lot of times, therapists is just trying to get through as many of their clients for the day so that they can meet their quota, right? That's not how I want to operate. Sometimes their sessions can go over an hour. And if that's where God is leading, that's where God is leading, and I'm not going to stop it. So I'm truly, truly passionate and dedicated about this particular topic, because many times we really make excuses. Many times we do not think outside of the box. And I want you to get out that mindset. I want you to know that you can and you will be able to, but you got to be around the right people. So that's why I say this is the last time I'm going to just put this plug in. But like I said, Inspirational Trailblazers, every month, different workshops that are going to benefit you. These workshops are going to benefit you, okay? Every masterclass I'm pouring into you, all right? So join Inspirational Trailblazers, the live group coaching for those that are joining this weekend. I will be sending you one of my journals, okay? And this is only one. So if you're not a fan of yellow like I am right now, yellow is my color for the season, then I will send you one of the other ones. We'll just figure it out. And I have a new one coming out in October. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I stay on my grind. I stay on the hustle. We gotta make it. Right? Gotta make it, we gotta make it. God put too much out there for us so that for us to not have it. Okay. So I am Tanisha Shanee, Miss Inspiration. Thank you for joining me for Side Hustle Saturday. Again, if you want to join and be a part of this conversation consistently, then definitely head over to patreon.com/Tanisha Shanee or TanishaShanee.com/hello and join Inspirational Trailblazers Lifestyle Coaching Group with me. This way, you will definitely have the money. You'll have the ability to see your life in a different manner. We're not just talking about money. We're talking about lifestyle. We're talking about your relationship with yourself, with others, with God. We're talking about your career and ultimately your purpose. So if you know anything that I do, Inspirational Trailblazers is the place that you need to be, because that is where I'm going to pour into you, pour into my tribe, because that is what they need. So I am thankful that you guys came with me today. Go back for those that have joined for the replay. I've gone over 3 ways that I have made money. 3 side hustles, 3 legal side hustles. I gotta add that. They're legal side hustles. But what I will do for my Inspirational Trailblazers, I'm gonna go deeper, especially on what tax deductions that you need, those types of things. We're gonna go into that a little bit deeper. All right, guys, I love you. Have a great Saturday. Join me at 12 p.m. today for the Sisterhood panel. I will be posting that on all of my social media. It's from 12 to 2 p.m. with my client and my sister, Dr. Tamara, and it's going to be phenomenal. So if you have not registered or don't know what I'm talking about, go back to my stories, go back to my Facebook page and see, so that you can join us for this amazing workshop from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. All right, Trailblazers, I love you all. Be great. And again, hopefully I see a lot of you in Inspirational Trailblazers, the official group, so that we can make sure we get this money. Have a great one, y'all. I love you.